So this is going to be a reading for Jada Pinkett Smith and August Alsina. As always, if you hear anything in the background, it's probably my dog snoring, so please ignore that. So first of all, I think I'm going to look at Jada and like how does she feel about August Alsina and what does she think about him? What does she think about August Alsina? What does she think about him? One more card. Okay, 2 came out. Okay. She does still care about him, and she did really care about him. Like, I would say that she like loved him when they were together. I would say that because she still has a lot of like love for him. I don't think she's in love with him anymore, but she still has a lot of love for him. She thinks he's a very like sensitive person as well, and I feel like emotionally, at least from her perspective, she just felt like they really matched up well. Like they just had like the same way of communicating and the same way of emotionally expressing themselves. She really felt like they really matched up well. But I mean, saying that, yeah, I mean, she was not too pleased about kind of the way he went about things. When, you know, all the stuff came out about them being together. I get the feeling that, at least from her perspective, from these cards, there was some sort of argument, there was some sort of issue between them. I don't know if they ended badly. There was some sort of friction there, some sort of problem between them. And I think then he decided to take control of the situation, take control of the narrative, and kind of put it out there in the public a bit. Because if I'm remembering correctly, he put out like a song where he was like referencing to her by using like her middle name, which I believe is Corin. So he was kind of like subtly putting stuff out there, and then he did interviews. And I think just from these cards, because they had some sort of friction or some sort of argument and disagreement, him going public and kind of putting out little bits of information in the media and in the public was his way of kind of, how do I explain this? Almost like I don't want to say, like, kind of sticking the middle finger up to her a little bit, but I mean, it's kind of the way it was. It's like, he was kind of like, let me just put some of this stuff out there, because I know she's not gonna like it. You know, let me control the situation. Let me show what I want to show to the media and to the public before she can ever put anything out there. Let me control the kind of narrative that people are seeing. I will say, when he did come into her life, like the time he came into her life, she was feeling quite trapped, feeling just like she didn't really know where to go, like things weren't really working out in her life for her. Like, she just felt quite trapped, and she really, I think this is why she still has love for him, because he came into her life at a time when she really was not feeling great about her life and about the choices that she'd made in her life. And when he came into her life, I think he kind of boosted her up a little bit and made her, like, that experience, I think, helped her a lot, and it was just a good experience for her, and made her get out of that place of feeling trapped in her life. So I think she has that kind of appreciation for him because of how he affected her life. But yeah, he was definitely trying to dig at her a little bit when he started coming out with things. Let me just see if there's anything else. She's moved on. She's just kind of like, it's in the past, like, it is what it is. She's focused on her marriage. I don't even think, because it's weird, I remember when the Red Table Talk came out, where they were talking about the whole situation, like her and Will Smith, and they said, you know, that they were separated when she got with August Alsina, and Will Smith was off doing his own thing as well, and they were separated and doing their own things. They weren't really together. But I don't really see that she wanted a divorce. Yeah, I don't think she was in that situation. I know they were separated, and I don't know if they really came close to being, like, actually getting divorced, because I don't think she wanted a divorce. I mean, that's just what I'm saying, that she wasn't really, like, she was okay with being separated, but she didn't really want to get divorced. Yeah. She doesn't have any, like, ill will towards him, though. She doesn't have any bad feelings towards him. She's like, okay, you know, wasn't the best way that he could have started putting that information out there. But, you know, she's not she doesn't hold anything against him. So let's see. How does August Alsina feel about Jada Pinkett Smith? How does he feel about her? What does he think about her? August Alsina. Well, I'll say this much. I don't think he was the one that did the breaking up. Because I get the feeling that it's almost like he was forced to move on, so it makes me think that she was the one that broke up with him. I think even after they broke up, he was still trying to get with her. He's still trying to get back together because he really did care about her. Yeah, he kind of hoped they'd get back together. He wanted them to. It's funny though, it almost feels like when she like got back together for good with Will Smith, like when their whole separation ended and they were back together, it's almost as though he viewed it as a betrayal to him, like August Alsina, which is, I don't really get, because like, even though they were separated, Jada and Will were still married. So her getting back with her husband, I don't know how August Alsina could see that as a betrayal to him, but he felt like it was a betrayal for her to do that. I almost feel like when he kind of knew that there was no way for them to get back together, I'm assuming like, well, I feel like there was a phone call at the end. There was some sort of phone call, I feel like, which was like the final nail in the coffin for their relationship. And I feel like it was just like Jada being, just saying, you know, it's she's back with Will Smith. It's like not going to happen. And I feel like when he kind of got that information, when he knew that there was no chance for them to get back together, is when he started thinking about how he was going to put this out there. Because, you know, he really did hope that they would get back together. And he was hurt that it was over. Yeah, it's like he was hurt. I feel like there's more things here. Yeah, he kind of felt like she was just playing with him. Like, he took it more seriously than she did. And it's like, the way I can kind of describe it is like when the door closed on him and it's like he was out of the loop. He was out of the kind of family. Because I'm pretty sure he had some sort of interaction, like, and this isn't from cards or anything. I feel like they mentioned it on Table Talk, or I saw it going around the internet at the time. Like, he had interaction with the family, like Willow and Jaden Smith. He was kind of around the family, and when the door kind of closed, it was like he really got shut out. When him and Jada broke things off. Yeah. His decision, though, to put stuff out there, he was kind of like, should I, shouldn't I, should I speak about this, should I keep it to myself, like, what do I do here? Like, he didn't really know for a while what he was gonna do, but when he made the decision, he was like, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on YouTube, but he was like, F it, you know, he was like, F it, I'm gonna do this, and he just kind of went for it then. That was his kind of energy. He was like, F it, I'll do what I want to do, and put that out there. But yeah, it's like he feels like a little bit of an idiot at times, for the situation, for like, I feel like he just feels dumb because he thinks about like how much he cared about her, how much he wanted her back, and like he's just kind of like, I shouldn't have done all that. Like, I don't know, he kind of feels like he's a bit of a kicked puppy almost, you know, like He's like, why was I begging for like a scrap of attention? But yeah, when everything ended, like he got shut out hard. He got nobody from the family talk to him anymore. It was like a really strong change. Like it was just done. So yeah, but he did want to get back with her, and I think that's why he was kind of a little bit like, let me just make a song, let me just go and do these interviews and put this stuff out here, because he realised he couldn't get back together with her, and he was a bit bitter. I do feel bad for him though, because it's he did really care for her. And I feel like when he made the decision to start putting stuff out there about their relationship, yes, it did come from a bit of a bitter place, but a lot of it came as well from just like self-defense, almost like trying to like get out there and say his piece before anything could come out. Before anything could come out and make him seem a certain way, if that makes sense. He was just hurt and just wanted to go out there and do something. So I'm going to look at like just the relationships. I'm going to look at like the past, the present and the future. Let me focus on the past. There was genuinely a lot of care here between these two. Like, they really did have a connection. An emotional connection. And he was definitely, like, Four of Wands is just saying, like what I said earlier, which is, like, he was definitely brought into her environment. So he was around, like, her friends, he was around her kids. You know, they all knew him. Which I think made it so much harder when things ended and it was like all of those people went away from him. It's taken me a while to put anything for the future, so I'll just see if I can get anything, because it's making me think that, like, there is no future to this. But let me just see. Anything will pop out for the future. Nope. That just pretty much tells me there's no future to this relationship. They're not going to be around each other again. So there is no future, if you know what I mean. There's a future for Jada and a future for August, but there's no future for Jada and August. The past is kind of what I've said a minute ago. You know, they were happy together. It was a good time. I do actually think that, like, them being together was something that both of them needed at that time. It was never going to be a forever thing, but it was something that both of them needed. Presently, Jada's fine. Jada's okay. I do feel like August gets a bit kind of, he gets his feelings hurt a bit sometimes when he sees like social media posts about like her family and about her marriage and about how, you know, everything's good and everything's, you know, fine and there's family trips, and yeah, I feel like he gets a bit hurt about that. The world here just tells me that their time together is finished. Like, the cycle between them is over. It's done. There's no unfinished business there. Devil reversed. This is making me think, because I'm pretty sure August Alsina has had a lot of difficulties in his life. I feel like I've heard something about like addiction and just like a lot of difficult events he's gone through. Devil Reverse makes me feel like he is going like into the future, or at least from the present to the future, he is in a better place than he used to be. He is I feel like sobriety is going to be fine. I don't see like incredibly serious relapses happening. I feel like things things are going to be better for him going forward. I feel like the worst has passed, including this situation, because obviously when things came out and the media and the press and everyone got involved in the public, it was quite a big thing. But yeah, I just feel like things are progressing well for both of them, not together but separately. Yeah, and it ran its course. The relationship did what it had to do for both of them, and I think both of them are going to be fine going forward. Not together, but apart, they will be fine. So that's kind of all I see for August Alsina and Jada Pinkett Smith. So thank you for watching.